Hi everybody, this is going to be your pre-match video revelation to the Fulham game. Now I know what you're probably saying, where was I for the Aston Villa game reaction? Unfortunately things got on top of me and I couldn't get any time to do the video, so I do apologise for that, but I'm going to touch on it briefly now. Firstly, I think that we were a bit unlucky to get away with a defeat there. I think we should at least have had a draw. The referee, and I don't usually get on to referee decisions because they are what they are, there's nothing we can do about it, but I think England had a terrible game. I really do think he had a terrible game, and it was just one of those things where it's not the first time, and I'm sure it's not going to be the last time, but that's what I'm going to say about that. It was a bad night for the referee, and Aston Villa just worked really hard in the last 10-15 minutes of the game. I mean, there was a lot of added time on there, and we had big problems with trying to hold them back at the end, and we've let in late goals this season already, and I think it's something that hopefully Roy is going to be working on, and hopefully sooner rather than later. But I think, considering the injuries that we've had and the fact that we lost AU in that game because of a dead leg, I think that we actually we did as well as we possibly could. If we hadn't had that time, that spell at the end, I think we could have come away with a draw at the very least. Anyway, looking forward to the Fulham game. And I've been listening to what Roy Hodgson was saying, and he's had a couple of injury updates. Apparently AU has been training and he's got over his dead leg, so he should be available, which is fantastic. Tompkins apparently is also looking to be on his way back. Whether he'll be in the squad or not, I don't know, but it looks like his injury is going to be fairly superficial. Looks like Mark Gahey's injury is cleared up, so he'll probably be in the team, which is fantastic. Obviously he and Anderson in the middle at the back there are key, absolutely key. Now, Joel Ward didn't have a very good game against Aston Villa. I think a lot of people would agree with that, but I think he's going to be in the game coming up at Fulham because he is a very experienced player. And yeah, he had a bad game, but I think in general terms, I think he's a very good defender still. Obviously, we need to get a replacement in for him, but at the moment, I think he's probably going to be in there in the squad. In terms of França, now apparently he has had his first training session. It's still going to be a long way for him to come back, of course, into the team, but he has had one of his first training sessions with the team, so that's good news. And Roy Hodgson said that he should be back, well, he should be with us for the first time pretty soon, so that's good to hear that. There were obviously disappointing news regarding Michael Elise, because he suffered a bit of a setback in his training sessions. Roy Hodgson said that they weren't expecting him to be coming back for 2 or 3 months anyway, so the fact that he's had this little bit of a hiccup doesn't disturb their timeline in any sense. But of course it is a step back, so now he's got to try and get back to where he was previously, and then continue to move forward. Hopefully that will be sooner rather than later, because obviously he is a very important player to us and we need to have him in the squad. That pretty much is pretty much it in terms of the injury situation. Everything else is pretty much the same. Into game against Fulham. Fulham are a good team, but I think that we can beat Fulham. I think we're going to beat them maybe 2-1 or something like that. I'm fairly confident that we can take on Fulham and do a good job. Edouard is on a really good spell of form at the moment. Hopefully that will continue. His relationship with Mateta on the field seems to be really good. They seem to be linking up and have a good relationship mentally in terms of the game. So hopefully they will get together and he will score a couple of goals. That's my prediction anyway. Let me know down in the comments what you think is going to be happening in terms of the game. Hopefully, as I said before, it's going to be a good win for us. Quick brief word on Eze. He apparently is undergoing contract talks at the moment with Crystal Palace. Roy Hodgson says he's not getting involved in that. That's of course between Dougie Freedman and Steve Parish. So we've got to wait and see what happens with that. But hopefully he will sign on the dotted line, which will put people off from signing him or trying to sign him next summer. Fingers crossed for that. Let me know down in the comments what you think about all of those topics. And also don't forget to subscribe, because I will keep you up to date with all of the injury information. And I will be bringing you a post-match Fulham reaction as well. So don't forget to subscribe. Become a channel member to get loads of extra perks, and I'll see you next time.